Good morning children. As we have done namings of hydrocarbon. In hydrocarbon we saw saturated hydrocarbon, that is the alkanes. We saw the unsaturated hydrocarbon types, that means the hydrocarbon containing double bond. Hydrocarbons containing double bonds are called alkenes and hydrocarbon containing triple bonds are called alkynes. Now we are coming to naming of hydrocarbon derivative. First, what is the formula of the compound which is a hydrocarbon derivative, how to recognize it, those things we will do. First thing is that most important sign of recognizing a hydrocarbon derivative is that a formula will contain one element other than carbon and hydrogen. One element other than carbon and hydrogen. Suppose there is C2H5OH, then you know that it is a hydrocarbon derivative because O is extra there apart from carbon and hydrogen. So first let us recall what we did. We will just focus our attention to all the alkanes we named. We named methane. Methane contains one carbon atom. So if you remove one hydrogen from a methane molecule, it becomes methyl radical. So it's a methyl radical. Here we can put any attachment. Alright, remember that if I put chlorine, then it can be named as methyl chloride. If I put bromine, methyl bromide and so on. First thing is that methane changes to methyl radical if you minus hydrogen from there or remove hydrogen from there, and then it is a radical. It is not a stable compound. It is for you to study and to help you to name. We have devised this method. Now next is ethane. Ethane will become ethyl if you remove one hydrogen. So ethane will become ethyl. Ethyl can be written as this way, or the condensed formula CH2CH3. This thing will be ethyl. So now the most important and the significant part is that in hydrocarbon derivatives, these are the attachment. H obviously will be attached, then CH3 radical is there, which is called methyl. CH3 radical is methyl. C2H5 radical is ethyl. C3H7 is called propyl. Now see, the number of carbon atom is so significant over here because we know that this is having 3 carbon atoms. We know this is having 3 carbon atoms. So 3 carbon atoms are there. That means it comes from propane. So it is a propyl radical. So can you name the next one? It comes from butane. So it will be what? Butyl radical. Now carefully have a look. C5H11, it comes from pentane. So what it will be called? Sachin, can you tell me loudly? Butane becomes butyl, pentane will become pentyl. Very good. Can you tell me what is the next one? Hexane will become hexyl. Hexyl. So remember, now here one more very significant thing I will tell you. If there is any attachment, the attachment itself contains carbon, then we will start adding attaching this from hydrogen. We will be attaching the functional group which contains carbon from H. If it does not contain carbon, then we will start attaching things from methyl. So obviously these are very important thing. It will go till heptyl, octyl and so on. Now let us try to find out the first naming of the first functional group, which is the hydroxyl group, OH. This is called the hydroxyl group, and any compound which is an organic compound and has OH attachment is actually an alcohol. So now if first you see this is the part which gets attached, and these attachments which are attached to alkyl groups or hydrogen are called functional group. So the first functional group which you are learning in standard 10th is the alcohol, or are the alcohols. So let us and then first hint is that in this attachment, the attachment will start from here, not from here. So first one is CH3 and then you attached alcohol. Only the attachment structural formula for the first one I will show you. OH. So always one radical hydrogen is replaced and a hydroxyl group is attached. So this name is methanol. Methane, you don't write E and you write the OL. So methanol. The name, you can split it. Methane word is used, so it is a single carbon compound, and alcohol means OH attachment. This is the IUPAC name, which I have told you previously. This is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, so which has got a uniform way of naming. Everybody should know this. And there are some trivial names also, like we can call the trivial name, we can call alkyl alcohols. Trivial name, alkyl alcohols, that means methanes to methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. So second attachment is C2H5, C2H5OH. So this will become, and now I don't want to write the structural formula because you know how to write. Next one is ethanol in IUPAC name, and ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. Very significant. Now I think so the next one will be C3H7OH. So this becomes propanol, and this becomes propyl alcohol. So that means if you minus H, this whole radical il word is repeated. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl. So we can name this as minus H, we can name these as alkyl group. Methane to methyl, ethane to ethyl, so alkane to alkyl. So this is very significant for you to remember this, and the formula of any alkyl group will be CnH2n plus 1, because from alkane you are removing one hydrogen. So these are very, very important parts to know, that alcohols have a general formula. That means what I am doing is very, very important for you all to know. What I am doing is CnH2n plus 2 was the name of alkane. I removed one hydrogen, so it will be only plus 1, and instead of that I put one OH. So this is there. Also remember, the alkyl group's formula is CnH2n plus 1, and there is an attachment. This whole thing is also only denoted as R dash. R dash first member is CH3. R dash second member is C2H5, R dash third. So this is an alkyl group denotion. We denote it that way, R. That means general representation or general formula is this, and general representation is ROH. So you have understood. Let me sum it up now. Once again, let us sum it up. We are going to sum up everything now, and we will also try to give you the name, and you got to write the formula. Now that means we are coming to very, very important part now. Suppose somebody tells you write heptanol. Somebody tells you to write heptanol. So you know the hept means 7. So we know the formula CnH2n plus 1. OH is the formula for alcohol. Now for heptanol, N is equal to 7. So it will be C7H 2 into 7 plus 1 OH. So what does it become? C7H 15 OH. So I think so it's very, very clear that the naming of organic compounds, two things are important. First, how you will name the compound. But the first thing is that number of carbon atoms, and second is that what is the functional group. So did you all understand this? The alcohol work you have understood, and here only I will explain you what is the meaning of functional group. Functional group means, functional group here is what? OH. So every molecule is containing OH. So OH is the functional group. Functional group is that part of an organic compound, which dictates the property of that organic compound. It is most of the time it is a site of reaction for that organic compound. What do I mean to say? That if OH is attached, then the physical property of alcohol will be, they will be having characteristic alcoholic smell. This is because of presence of this functional group. Secondly, if you put sodium, they will liberate hydrogen forming sodium alkoxides. So that means here and the reaction does not have anything to do with this part. The reaction will take place in this part. So functional group is that part of an organic molecule which governs the property of the entire molecule, and it is the site of reaction, I'll write it down, I think so. If you can copy it, functional group is that part of an organic molecule which governs the property of the entire molecule, and it is also the site of reaction. So that's very, very important. We did the first functional group.